As Jeremy from the Quartering is fond of saying, well, 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 we have information about how that whole ABC debate went and a letter, insider, whistleblower. Hey there, everyone. This is Tom with Tom's Talk Show. And today we're going to go over the whistleblower insider document. So there is uh, a DocNet YouTube handle called the Black Insurrectionist on Twitter, and he has come down here and has posted 6 pages of an affidavit for easier sharing. I made an error in the original posting, duplicated page 5. Well, anyway, that's fine. So these pages, I guess, were sent by someone to themselves, so they have them documented in sealed envelopes to themselves. So we're going to go over them, and this kind of shows why the debate went how it did, and why everyone thought, "Wow, this just seems totally, completely unfair." Well, turns out it was. First, a meme. Here is my little image I made of the Harris debate reviews. Of course, mainstream media giving it 100%, and American voters giving it a 0%. So here we have, this is affidavit, State of New York, September 9th. So this is the day before. So this is even before they knew how the debate was going to go. They have their name, although this is redacted, thankfully. This person says they've worked for ABC News for 10 years in various technical administrative positions. Since the acquisition of ABC News in 1996, I observed a significant transformation in the nature of news reporting in the organization. Changes shift from unbiased reporting to model influenced by external factors. Which I mean, how many of those can we say today? I think all major news outlets today are completely biased to the left. They don't ever report anything, fairly or anything else. Even Fox, now that Fox News has been brought by Disney, they're crumbling, they're failing. So I mean, they get rid of Tucker Carlson, and now he's on the outside. So that's kind of the only place you have left to go is right outside to the alternative media, as they call it. The two big ones, of course, are YouTube and Rumble. More and more people are moving away from YouTube because YouTube is also being co-opted by the government. So we need to, so Rumble seems to be a fairly good place to be able to put your content that's going to be in any way controversial. Okay. So this person says, for the record, I don't endorse Donald Trump. So this guy is not a super Trump liker or hater or anything else. He's not saying that. This intent was just to, so what this means, right, is it's so bad and obvious that they can't, not say something. So what's the the tagline is, right? Evil flourishes where men of good conscience stand by and do nothing. Well, this person obviously has a good conscience, and he had to say something and do something. Okay, over here in section number 1, we will zoom in over here and give a little bit better view. Here we have section number 1 up here on the top, observations on debate communication. Since the debate of President Trump and Vice President Harris has been announced, broadcast on ABC, various members of the staff have expressed hope of a debate where issues that were important to everyday Americans would be discussed. And that's what everybody wanted. Right? Can we get what's going on with the economy? What's going on with the border? What's going on with all the people being flooded into all these towns? So regarding their positions and policy stances, that the debate would not deteriorate into an ad campaign where both candidates would simply make blanket statements without specifying policy or explanation as to something, and then that's redacted. So political position clarification. Many employees at ABC who were looking for a fair and honest debate questioned the clear bias that is well known throughout the company. Disney company? Okay. It is common knowledge that the debate moderators are as well as chief executive officer of my employer, are well known to not support Donald Trump. shocking from mainstream media. I'm just floored. I may have to take a drink on that one. This led to several employees speaking up in regards to how fair the debate was going to be. We were given assurances that the debate would be fair. Neither Harris campaign nor Trump would I guess that would be underneath that, would gain an unfair or have an unfair advantage. I don't know why they blacked that word out. Okay, concerns regarding journalistic integrity. It is my belief that contemporary news organizations, including ABC, no longer adhere to impartiality. Again, who's shocked? I don't think anyone. Influence of commercial interests and substantial donors appear to affect news presentation. So, number one, I would tell Trump, number one thing, get in office, remove the ability for pharmaceutical companies to advertise on television and radio. Done. Get rid of that, right? Immediately. The only two countries that allow that are like New Zealand and the United States. That removes probably $1 billion from these companies that they use to then push agendas, right? And then the far left forces you to take vaccines. They force you to get you on drugs. You know, it's just like this unhealthy America thing, right? Make America healthy again, right? We need to switch to that, not just, oh, you have this problem here, just take a drug, right? That needs to go away. And breaking the journalist thing and breaking the advertising ring from that will help hugely. Okay. Where am I? Resulting in selective reporting. Okay, so we got influence of commercial interests and substantial donors to appear to affect news presentation, resulting in selective reporting and biased narratives. I have personally witnessed news stories being cut from programming and not reported at all due to influence of certain corporations linked to our parent company. I'm sure that's going to be Disney underneath there. I am totally sure that's what was underneath there. Okay, now it gets more fun. Okay, the Harris campaign received particular accommodations, including, was there something else on the end of the page? There may have been something. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we got this paragraph down here. The observations pertaining to debate fairness. I've noted specific instances related to the debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris that raise concerns about procedural fairness. Specific instances of perceived bias are as follows. Okay. Zoom in. Okay. Harris campaign received particular accommodations, including but not limited to providing a podium significantly smaller than that used of Donald Trump. They were sure the split screen television would favor impact Kamala Harris's appearance relative to Donald Trump. It was agreed that so there, you know, if you have both of them on the same height, then, you know, her podium's going to hit her, you know, neckline, and his is going to be looking normal. So, I mean, I don't know that that's really a big issue. But, I mean, she could have stood on a little step. I mean, they've done that before. Somebody stand up on a little, you know, box platform. They do that all the time in Hollywood. Why not do it there? I don't know. It was agreed that Donald Trump would be subject to fact-checking during the debate, while Kamala Harris would not face comparable scrutiny, which was extremely obvious about all the good people on both sides and all the other, you know, lies that have all been debunked and gone, that she kept saying over and over again. And everybody knows all this stuff, so it just really looked bad for it. It ended up looking bad for her, right? How can you continue to spread this lie, right? And the January 6th thing is like, okay, well, only one person died on January 6th, and it was one of the people that went to the Capitol. Yeah, nobody should have broke windows or done anything like that, but it wasn't the murder fest that they're trying to make it out to be, right? So this is okay. So this is widely known throughout the company that Donald Trump would be fact-checked. In fact, various people were assigned to fact-check observations, and it was perceived the candidate Trump would make during the debate. So they already had the questions that they knew, right? And then they knew how Trump had answered in the past, and then they would have an immediate rebuttal answer there prepared, like it's a script. Okay, we're going to ask him this. He's probably going to say this, so we're going to just slam him with this. So just to make him continue to look bad. Okay. In fact, Harris' campaign required assurances that Donald Trump would be fact-checked. This was done via multiple communications with Harris' campaign, whereas the Trump campaign was not included in the negotiations. So this is, right, the deep state. This is Marxist strategy. The government takes over the press. The press becomes the knowledge arm, the supposed fact arm of the government, pushing government propaganda, right? This is, the separation between your press, having an open and free press, and a government that can and must be criticized at all times. I don't care who's in office. It must be scrutinized, criticized at all times. If you don't have that, if the press is only saying what this government exactly wants to say, then they're a propaganda arm, and that's completely and total corruption. Okay. This was done via multiple communications with Harris' campaign, where Trump campaign was not included in the negotiations. My understanding, any rules, negotiations, and conversations pertaining to the debate would have had both the Trump and Harris campaign involved. The Harris had numerous more calls regarding the debate rules without the Trump campaign aware or on the call. Here's the big one. Harris' campaign was provided sample questions that, while not the exact questions, cover similar topics that would appear in the debate. Okay, who's thinking they actually didn't give her the exact questions? We're going to ask about this. We're going to ask about that. Just go rehearse your question, your answers and stuff, and so you can have some weird, stupid, canned answer. Okay, so here we have person. I make these statements on a penalty of perjury without any coercion of any kind. So we're taking this person at their word that this is what they saw, and so here they're saying verification of affidavit. Somebody, they actually had it like notarized, yes, notary public. So they had some independent party who watched them sign this, watched them put it together, and then they sent this to, mailed it to themselves, mailed it to Speaker Mike Johnson, and we'll see where it goes. I mean, this is definitely coercion. This is propaganda, forcing propaganda. This is the government taking over, just basically taking over the press. So nothing you hear from the press at all about this election is true. The only place you're going to get good information is from independent media, is from places like YouTube and Rumble, probably more Rumble at this point, and X. That's where we got this, was from X, right? So that's the only way we're going to be able to maintain control of our government. It's almost like our country either ends in November if people elect Kamala Harris, or it ends 4 years from November, unless we can find somebody else after Donald Trump who still has the same concepts and ideas and everything as Trump, and is not part of the mechanism of the deep state. So then I have one more meme here. This is Kamala made some mention with a non-answer answer to her single one-on-one interview, which was asked what she would do to help the economy. Asked for specifics, and she said, "Oh, I grew up in a middle class area, whatever, where everybody was proud of their lawns." Well, this is right here is a picture of lawns in California. This is what that state she's from. That's what her policies have done to that state, and I would see it all the time when I was there. My wife was just there, and she said there's so many stores closed. There's so many things that are not open anymore. The state is ready to crumble. There's really nothing left of it. All the restaurants that I was checking because I have to go there in 2 weeks for memorial service, and I checked all the favorite restaurants that we would go to, and they're all closed. They're all gone. So it's getting. This is California. We don't want the United States to be this, right? All right, what do you think? Are we in a state now, in a country now, where it's now obvious that the press is the complete propaganda arm of the government, and we have no say or no confidence in anything that they say? I think we're there. I think the only place is independent media now. I think it's gone. You can't. I think you cannot trust any of them that are in any ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, CNN. All of them are just puppets of the government and coerced to do so. So, frustrating, irritating after another assassination attempt on Donald Trump, and just crazy things going on, and you can't even get a straight answer from press. We're supposed to be independent and reporting exactly things that are things that are actually happening, right? All right. Well, thanks for watching. And you have any comments on this, or see that maybe I'm wrong? This isn't a propaganda thing. Should there be charges brought, an investigation and charges brought against the Harris campaign for this coercion, for this complicity in this whole thing? So let me know. Take care.